Hello and welcome to East Brunswick High School Sports, where tonight the East Brunswick Bears host the Knights of Old Bridge. The Bears come to this game with a record of 9-5 and the Knights 5-6. I'm Phil Hill, and our guest analyst for the night is the former head coach for both boys and girls at East Brunswick High School, Scott Arnauer. Scott, welcome.
How are you? Very good to be here.
Okay, I talked to Coach Greg Roots yesterday, and they lost their last 3 consecutive games. And he says it has to do with a lack of communication. What's he talking about?
Well, the biggest thing in volleyball is talking to each other, because you have a lot of girls in a small amount of space. If you don't talk to each other, you don't know who will get the ball hit the ground, girls will run into each other, so it's all about communication. When you communicate, you start being aggressive and loud, playing hard and playing well. So really communication has been the key problem, and we hope to see improvements with that tonight to make a good game.
Okay, this is a key interconference game, and we'll be back in just a moment. And Scott, I tell you, an all too common occurrence here at East Brunswick High School is senior night, which is a very special night where the parents get introduced with the seniors.
It's a beautiful thing. East Brunswick treasures the senior group, honors them every season, every year, by having the girl or boy come out, meet the parents halfway, give them a flower. They come out, they get honored, they take pictures, and then following the game, they have a little party. Just announced is
Tara Swanson.
Tara,
and she's being escorted by her parents, Debbie and Stephen Swanson.
Tara is probably one of the hardest working girls out there. You'll see today she'll hit the floor with reckless abandon. She plays as hard as anybody, loves the game, loves her parents, and she's wonderful.
Okay, and we have Jin Liu being escorted by her father, Mike.
Number 10, Jen Liu, one of the most passionate girls out on the team at volleyball. She was a pleasure to coach, and we're going to miss her here at East Brunswick.
Okay, and we have a basketball player, Katie Coster.
Katie Coster with her parents dressed to impress at the moment.
I'll tell you, Bob and Barbara Coster, a nice touch there. You really dressed to impress.
Happy for Katie this year.
And next we have Becky Hopp.
Becky Hopp, number 24.
And
wonderful young lady. Parents out there to meet her. Who's she greeted with?
Okay, Ken and Linda Hopp. And now we have Britt Eilhart with her parents, John and Linda.
Britt, very great all-around athlete, former soccer and basketball player, starting setter on the Bears this year.
And Shayna Burns, escorted by her mother, Barbara.
Shayna Burns, wonderful young lady, right side hitter, and you'll see her hit the ball pretty hard when she makes contact with it tonight.
And last but not least, Debbie Kuo.
Debbie Kuo, number 11, a 3-year varsity starter for Debbie, and end of a good run here at East Brunswick.
I tell you, giving her mother Sharon a nice hug.
Yep.
Okay, a special thanks to the team manager, Kristen Fehrenbach, and you know how important they are.
Yep, 4-year stint with the Bears. She's wonderful, and everything good that comes around the team usually has her name around it. Happy group out there,
okay.
Happy group.
I tell you, gotta like it. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, as you see them do the traditional handshake there, let's give the starters. First for Old Bridge, you have Kim Bennett, number 12, Lauren Jinsorski, number 15, Diana Lee, number 9, Emily Blaes, number 28, Amanda Miato, number 26, and Kim Adeponte, number 25. For the Bears, you have Shayna Burns, number 18, Brittany Eilhart, number 21, Rebecca Hopp, number 24, Deborah Kuo, number 11, Tara Swanson, number 19, Jin Liu, number 10. And Britt Eilhart will serve for the Bears.
Already a lot of talk out there. It's pretty nice to see.
Good serve.
Tough play by number 26. Amanda makes a good play to keep that ball in. Shayna from the right side, deep hit, nice dig by Amanda. Offsetter with a nice set too. Nice rally here to start the game. That's a nice defensive touch, but Debbie Quo gets a kill.
Debbie Quo gets the first kill of the game. Debbie Quo, a senior.
You got number 12 on the outside here for Old Bridge, Kim Bennett, their best offensive player. Let's see if they go to her here already.
Eilhart once again with the serve.
And they go right to her. Nice up by Debbie Quo. Very nice execution on defense by the Bears. They transition from a nice dig to good offense.
Consecutive kills by Quo.
It's really getting that dig high enough for Britt Eilhart to come make a set, and she did. Debbie put it away. That's a nice pass to the target. Kim with a kill. Most of the time, Kim will win those balls high, tight to the net.
Okay, Kim Bennett, one of the seniors for Old Bridge, and she's a captain. That's a misserved for Emily Leas.
And we're going to have a substitution here. Number 27, Stacy Swider, coming in for number 28, Amanda Blevas.
That's sort of early in the game there, Scott.
Yeah, I guess after she serves, the other girl plays back row for her.
Defense.
And she ends up serve receiving the first ball.
And once again, Kim Bennett with the kill.
I mean, it's pretty much no secrets. The Coach Rutz from East Brunswick said it's really all about stopping Kim Bennett.
Okay.
She'll see 90% of the balls, and she'll put most of them away.
Okay, the course scores 2-0. The Bears, you can only score when you serve.
Free ball coming for Old Bridge. That's when the other team doesn't spike it. Let's see if Old Bridge does anything with it.
I'll tell you, Bennett with a nice touch there, Jeff. Scott looking for the slam there, and she just put a.
You heard everybody
finessed it.
You heard everybody yelling tip, 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 but they couldn't. They still couldn't stop the tip. That's a tough serve right there.
I'll tell you. She touched the net, I believe.
Yep, net violation, number 23, Katie Costa. But it all started with number 15, Lauren Ginsiorki's tough serve, low to the net.
Okay, we have a tie match right now, 2-2.
Nice pass. A back set to Shayna Burns.
All right, and we have number 19, Tara Swanson.
Winning the 50-50 ball up there. Becky Haupt coming in for Jen Liu. Same reason Old Bridge made that, offense, defense. When Jen's position goes in the back row, she plays there. When she comes up to the front, Becky comes in for her.
Okay. Katie Coster with the serve.
Tough serve.
I'll tell you, when you get it deep like that, Scott, it's got to help your team.
Yeah, because what you got to do is bring that ball about 30 feet up to the net to make a tough hit. So.
Okay, Katie Coster once again with the serve.
She's been doing this for years. She's been serving like that for years.
I'll tell you.
And notice that the reason why it's a tough serve is it's served within the height of the antennas.
Okay.
That's why it's such a great serve. You'll see it barely clears the net, makes for tough passing. There it is again.
I'll tell you, 3 consecutive super serves by Katie.
Now what Old Bridge wants to do here is they want to back up and stay low. The ball's at their shoulders or over their shoulders, just let it go.
Okay.
You know, let's see how they do here.
Katie
stay
serving
nice and
once
low.
again.
It looked like a miss hit that went over. They go right to Kim, and that's a tough play. That's a great hit.
Great hit, and that's her fourth
kill already. And you know what? Even if you play tremendous defense, you're not going to get that ball in the back corner. That's just a great shot by Kim.
5-2 the Bears.
We had a substitution also there. Number 22, Avery Castillo coming in. And let's play this play out first. Free ball to Old Bridge. And you have a new setter in there right there, number 22, who goes outside.
Okay, Swanson coming up a little short with the attempt on the kill there.
Now, when I say we have a new setter, we have a number 22 is the new girl. She's going to be touching the ball for the second contact every time.
Okay.
And they will have 2 setters on Old Bridge. Tough play there for East Brunswick. Little miscommunication. What we want to do there is we want to watch the setter go for the second ball all the time unless she says help. And that's Britt Eilhart going for that.
And Greg Rutz talked about communication.
Yep,
he wants his team communicating better.
That was a great point right there. Actually, let's listen for that, Phil. We should be able to hear it even with our headphones on. We should be able to hear it.
If they're yapping on the court, they're communicating.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Burns with the serve.
Some good talk on this play. That's a nice pass right there. Tight set.
Wow, it appeared that Castillo for Old Bridge was really trying to set the ball up,
Yes,
and
she
it
was.
just went over the net there.
She was, and I think Britt anticipated an attacker coming, and when none came, she looked to wonder if she should pass it or go up and hit it, and those things will happen up there at the net.
Okay, Avery Cotillo serving for the Knights. The Bears up 5-4.
Nice talk there. That's a nice defense from Old Bridge. Back row attack. Becky Haupt in the middle. That's a nice dig. Right back at you. This is a nice volley right here. Nice up by Kim. Little miscommunication there, but we play it over. There's good talk.
Nice rally.
Yeah, there's some great communication out there. Let's just listen for it. And you can hear the crowd explode. I tell you, in volleyball, it's all about winning those momentum points. And those long ones, those are momentum points for Old Bridge there.
And I take note again, once again, the team slap 5 no matter what you do, whether it's a good play or not.
Yeah, it's all about working together out there.
Castillo with the serve.
Off the net, but they get a ball, they get a hand on it. Nice talk. Old Bridge down on defense here.
A little too strong. A little too strong. Tara Swanson trying to put it right in that right corner there, but just a little too deep there. And Old Bridge takes the lead on 6-5.
Avery back to serve, the setter, serving 3 points now. Nice pass by Debbie, set in the middle, and just out. I tell you what we do see here is girls going for it. You don't see a lot of passing it over. You see girls going for it, so that's good. So we're happy with this so far. East Brunswick takes a timeout. Avery served 4 points in a row, and East Brunswick goes from 5-3 down 7-5.
Okay, and Rutz, again, no doubt talking about that all-important communication. The girls seem to be playing well, though, right now.
Yeah, they're playing pretty hard, pretty well, and you know, no one's out there hitting the ball into the net or serving it out. They're taking their swings, and sometimes they'll go out, and sometimes they'll go in. But it's nice to see people going for it. That's what makes volleyball a good game, when girls go for it, not afraid to make a mistake. And I see both teams playing with that kind of attitude right now.
Okay. Okay, back to the action. The Old Bridge Knights are up 7-5.
Probably looking at double digits at least for both teams towards the end of the game. I don't see one of these teams running away with it right now.
Castillo with the serve.
Tough ball right there.
And I'll tell you, the Knights are on a roll right now. They lead 8-5.
That was a real nice serve, and Britt wasn't sure whether to pass that over, hit it over, or make the set. That's good talk. Free ball for Old Bridge. There's someone going for it right now. Emily Blavos really going for that overhand.
Okay, they can serve back in the Bears' hand, and Tara Swanson trying to get something going for the Bears.
All right, free ball coming here for the Bears. Tough ball. And just out of bounds.
Wow.
Just out of bounds.
Okay, serve goes back to the Knights.
Up 8-5 for Diana Lee. That's a nice hit.
I'll tell you, nice setup there, though, as well.
You got it, you got it. And they say in volleyball, your hitters are as good as your setters. And Britt made Debbie Quo look pretty good right there. Nice side out for the Bears. Old Bridge still up, 8-5. Good talk by Kim. And that's a nice set right there. Oh, get a little break right there.
Wow.
Free ball, though, for the Bears. Make give it right back to him with a free ball.
Ooh.
All right, you got to get some organization right now. Both teams looking a little bit sloppy. And the Bears get a good break right there. But both teams want to tighten it up. They want to call for that ball early and want to make a sharp pass.
Okay, Rebecca Hopp, the senior, serving.
That's a great serve by Becky, and the Bears get a free ball out of it. And Koster puts it away.
Big hit by Katie. When you talk about free ball, Scott, what are you talking about?
What I'm talking about on a free ball is a ball that comes to you that is not attacked. It's basically a defensive play by the other team, and when you get a free ball, you should put it away.
Okay.
Just like the Bears did right there.
Rebecca Hopp once again.
That's
with
a
the
nice
serve.
pass right to the target. And the referee calls a double contact on the setter, number 22, Avery. Now what Avery did when she put her hands up, she made multiple contacts on the ball. It has to be one clean contact.
8-8.
All right, now this is a free ball, and let's see what the Bears do. That's a good pass, good set.
Good kill.
Now, I know we make the game seem very simple. The game can be simple if you convert free balls.
Okay,
and,
Deborah Quo with the big kill there.
And if you notice, Debbie's not trying to hit the ball straight down. It's hard cross court. Really impressed with Becky's serve right now, I have to say. Nice talk. Okay, Olbridge looks ready. And a play out of bounds.
Just out.
Another substitute coming here.
Okay, the Bears are leading at this juncture 9-8.
And Kim Adeponte coming in for number 22, Avery Castillo.
And for you new viewers, 15 points, first to 15 wins. You got to win by 2, and you must win 2 out of 3 games.
That's a nice choice to overhand set that ball. And they get a break out of it. Okay, now Olbridge has a new setter in there, number 26, Amanda. That's Amanda Miato. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Amanda.
Britt Alhart.
Nice pass. Amanda makes a nice set. Kim takes a big rip, but it's out of bounds, and it doesn't find any fingers for a touch.
If they had a larger court, it would have been a super kill. Britt, very strong player.
All right, here's that defense for offense substitution. After Becky serves, Jen Liu comes in. She'll pass and play defense. It's really 2 players filling one spot.
Okay.
Strengthens the position.
Ihart with the serve.
Okay, free ball coming for the Bears. Britt faces her target. Tough play for Deb.
I'll tell you, a little too strong there. Trying to get that right corner and just got a little deep. The Bears nevertheless up 10-8.
All right, last time Emily had a pretty good serve. She really went for it also. Let's see how she does. Yep, that's a nice pass. Set middle.
Too strong by Katie. And the night score point on that, they were serving, scores 10-9.
Ooh, just clipped the net. I'm telling you, if that ball didn't reach back and touch the net, I don't know how much of it touched there.
I'll tell you, good vision by the, let's see, by the ref, Joe Cuddy.
Joe Cuddy.
Joe
Been doing
Cuddy.
this for years, one of the best out there.
Okay, and his partner, the umpire, Al Zawada.
That's a tough serve. Tough play. All right, those are called, I like to call those gimmies when the ball comes right up to the net with no block.
Okay.
What happened there was 2 girls went for it, and that's that communication that Coach Rutz talked about.
Okay, if the Knights can score here, they can tie.
That's a nice serve, but a nice pass. Back set to Shayna. That's good talk. You heard that, I go, I go. Tara makes a nice deep hit down
That's
the
a good
line.
one.
Yep.
Tara Swanson coming up with the big hit there. And there's that substitution again.
Yep.
Once again, we have Hop coming back in for Lou. Costa with the serve.
Tough serve. That's again for Katie.
I'll tell you, that serve just ate up the defensive player there.
Now what we want to look for is this is a great serve. It's low to the net, going deep. If those girls see it's at their shoulders, it's probably out of bounds. So we got to they should be really talking loud on the serve. That's a tough serve.
Ooh.
It's a good save. Oh, tough play. Britt Eilhart called with the double contact, trying to make a back set to Shayna.
Just a mishit on her part.
Yep. Good idea, though, trying to get more than the outside hitter and the middle hitter involved. We like to see that.
Okay, Kim Bennett, the serve for the Knights. They trail by 2, 11-9.
That's a free ball and a nice pass. Should get a good hit. Tough set. Blocked by the Bears, but covered by Old Bridge Knights. A little miscommunication there. That's a nice play by Old Bridge. They got blocked and made a pickup on it.
Okay, and the Knights pick up a point. Trail by 1, 11-10. Bennett serving again.
That's a tough serve. That's a nice set. That's a tough play.
Oh, she hit it.
That's a great up. That's a gimme, and that's a kill. That was one of the better played points we've seen here today, actually.
Okay.
5 or 6 sharp contacts in a row.
And Tara Swanson coming up with the kill. Almost went over the net, Scott.
Yeah, and those are the gimmies. The defense is down on the ground. You got to put that ball away easy. All right, they pick up a good point there on a tough serve by Shayna Burns. I say one of the things the Bears really have, they have a good 1-2 punch here with Katie Coster into Shayna Burns serving.
Woo! You saw the rotation on that serve there?
Yeah,
it's almost like a curveball.
It does. I got to tell you, I don't know if she's doing that on purpose or if it's a mishit, but whatever it is, it causes the Knights of Old Bridge to call a timeout at 13-10.
Okay, they call timeout, and we take a good look at Greg Rutz right there. And this is just his first year. Of course, he's succeeding a guy by the name of Scott Arnauer. All that guy did was win consecutive state championships with the boys. And Scott, you miss it?
I think it's the only thing I really miss, to tell you the truth. I'm lost without coaching, and I miss the players.
All right, and the assistant is Mara Proditis, and Mara was a volleyball player for Rutgers, I believe.
Yes, Division I at Rutgers. She was actually honored by the Big East Conference. She's one of the stronger players to be at Rutgers, and the girls will see by example with her. But here we are back in action.
Okay.
Oh, boy. That's a great touch. Oh, and they get a good break. Oh, and okay. What Al just called.
Al Zawada calling something.
He called the ball coming over the net, but on the outside area of the antenna. He thought that that one of the line judges made the call.
Yes.
So he actually made what we call an inadvertent whistle, and 2 thumbs up means a replay. So we're back here at the same score.
All right, nice job on his part.
Oh, nice up by Shayna. Bears looking for a game point. Ooh, nice save. Oh, but not enough. I tell you, that's great scrappy defense by Old Bridge, but pretty smart play by Becky. Not to do something too much, just put the ball in play on a nice aggressive tip.
Okay, Bears looking for a game point now. They're up 14-10, and Shayna Burns is serving.
Oh, boy, and she goes for it.
Miss serve, untimely miss serve.
All right, Emily coming in for number 27, Stacy Swider. And Emily comes in for offense. You'll see her come right into the game, and she'll go right towards the front row. That's the setter, Avery, going for it. Avery Castillo making a pretty aggressive serve, but clipping the top of the net. And East Brunswick looking at game point number 2.
Okay.
All right, doesn't seem like we want to get a serve over here. I know Tara shouldn't beat herself up over that. It's time to think of the next point. She seems to be doing that already.
Okay, Diane Lee with the serve for the Knights.
Tough serve. Britt makes a play out of the net, but 4 contacts called on the Bears. And that tough serve leads to a point.
And here come the Knights sneaking back up. They trail by 3, 14-11. And a missed serve
Which is uncharacteristic. We haven't seen this kind of
Right.
action since the beginning of the game. Diana Lee getting a point on a tough serve, then missing the next one.
Wow.
Jen Liu coming in for Becky. And actually, she'll serve this one. Becky served last time, but here comes Jen, and she has a tough serve, too. Let's see how it works.
Ooh. That looked good. Yes.
All right, that's a tough way to end the game, I
I'll
gotta
tell you, it was very close, but it was in.
Now, what you want to see on that is you want to see both officials make the same call and the line judge make
I
the
hear
same
you.
call. But it seems like there was no complaints from the Old Bridge girls. They must have seen it in as well. They're pretty good sports about that.
Okay, and the Bears take the first set,
Yep.
15-11. And as we mentioned before, it's the best 2 out of 3. Of course, the last time these teams met, it had to go three matches before the Bears finally succeeded. And they're hoping to sweep them right here. We'll see.
Well, we talked about earlier both teams scoring at least in the double digits, and we saw a 15-11 game. And actually, I think Old Bridge keeps a couple of those serves, and they may creep back a little closer. But Diana Lee missed one, and East Brunswick ended up scoring on the 4th opportunity to win the game.
Okay, for the Knights, Leanne Raymond, the coach, she's been there 8 years, and she's going to be strategizing to see what she can do to get her troops back into this game.
Well, I think at this point with her, she knows her girls, she knows what they could do, and it's really a matter of serving a lot tougher and not making some communication errors. Actually, East Brunswick scored their points, and they earned their points, but I'd like to see Old Bridge getting a little bit more aggressive with Kim. We noticed that Kim scored the first 4 kills of the match.
Right.
And I hate to say this, that they should go to somebody so often, but when she's in the front row, she should be making a majority of the attacks.
Okay.
So we'll see what pans out. And I even think that out of the back row, she can do a little damage as well. She's a pretty good offensive player. But the seniors of East Brunswick coming up with the first win, 15-11.
Scott, let me ask you a question. You think maybe the bar has been raised too high for both the boys and girls volleyball teams here in East Brunswick, simply because when they first started out from the very beginning, they were established as the better teams in the state of New Jersey?
Well, I don't know if the bar's been raised, but I can say that I'd like to see the level of play continue to elevate. Not in the matter of wins and losses, but in the matter of the level of play. Like I talked about going for it when you swing and make an attack. I talked about converting a free ball, serving tough, close to the height of the net. I'd like to see that level of play go up there, but it's hard to say the bar is raised when you have new crops of players every year. You know? It's tough to put that pressure on the kids.
Okay, Greg Rutz, again, hoping to hold on. And Greg, we pointed out before, tough act to follow. It's his first year here. He spent 3 years at Hunterdon Central. I think 1 year with the girls and 2 with the boys.
Yes, and did a nice job with that program down there. And that program's on the up and up still. Actually, Hunterdon Central girls defeated the Bears of East Brunswick twice this year.
Wow.
So he lost to his alma mater. He probably did too good a job down there.
Okay, we're about ready for the second round action here. And it's been a good match.
Seems like we have a pretty drastic change. When I say drastic, it is in the setter position at East Brunswick. We have Nadia Aldoshin, number 9, coming into set where Britt Eilhart was playing setter. Now, the reason why that's such a dramatic switch is it's like changing a point guard in basketball.
Okay.
Like the quarterback in football. Your player that's going to be calling out the plays beforehand, touching the ball on every play, and making a good, hittable set for your offense. So it means a lot, and we'll see how Nadia does. I have a lot of faith in her. The only junior out there right now for the Bears.
Okay, you got to believe that Rutz is trying to get his team ready for playoffs, counties and states. So he might be trying a few different things to see how things balance out. Okay, here we go with the serve by the Old Bridge Knights.
Amanda makes a tough serve. Tough play right there. Tara hits the ground like usual. Kim lets up a little bit. I'd like to see her really go for it. Back set to Shayna. A little hesitation by Old Bridge, and it hurts them. I'll tell you, I'd like to see Kim Bennett really take a swing on that ball.
I tell you, she has the size and apparently the strength. I know what you're talking about, Scott.
And she's proven herself in the past. Free ball for the Bears, played up by Jen Liu. Outside set to Tara, and she finds the top of the net and finds the ground.
And the Bears score the first point of the night, of this evening, in the second round. They're up 1-0.
Great serve.
All right. And we're talking about Jen Liu, I believe, with that serve there.
Debbie Kuo. Jen just finished serving.
Okay, Debbie Kuo, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
That's all right. The thing with that serve is why it's so tough. You notice you don't see a lot of jump serves today. This float serve is a tough serve. It's like a knuckleball. Not much spin on it. Tough play right here. Out of bounds. Now, even if the ball hits the net, it's playable. But if the ball hits the antenna at all, it's not playable.
Out.
Yep.
Okay.
Emily Blavos back to serve. Tough serve. And a free ball for it. That's nice defense, but seems like the Knights clipped the net on that. Either Amanda or Kim caught some net on that ball. And we have a substitution for Old Bridge. Number 27, Stacy Snyder, coming in for Emily Blavos. The offense-defense switch again, as well as the Bears doing the same thing. Becky coming in for Jen, offense-defense.
Okay, strategy all over.
And you notice the referee walks right over. He'll announce the numbers to the scorer's table and dismiss them almost. You can't just run in and out.
Okay. Katie Coster getting ready to serve for the Bears.
Good form here with the bow and arrow. Ooh, she really goes for it on that one.
I'll tell you, that's a miss hit, though. Miss serve, rather.
A little Pete Sampras on that one. See how they snap back from that, up 2-0. That's an offensive tip right there, and they get a free ball out of it. And Tara Swanson finds the net.
So the Knights will gain a point there, and they trail 2-1.
Nice communication. Becky Hopp with an overhand. Looks like a free ball coming. Oh, she goes for an overhand too. Real tough to hit that ball when it's so high in the air when you want to overhand hit it. Sometimes you're better setting it over or passing it over. Shayna Burns just out of bounds, and good call by the student line judge. In our high school volleyball games, we have JV players work the lines. They help call the ball in or out.
So it's really the honor system.
Yeah, and the referee tries to do their best, and the coaches know, Luann and Greg, they know to put out girls that are going to be honest.
Okay. Bennett with the serve. Net ball.
See, I like to see that kind of aggressiveness in the front row.
I see what you're saying.
But her body language looks a little bit discouraged right now.
Okay, Swanson serving for the Bears. They lead 2-1.
Just out of bounds for Tara. That's twice she's hit it out of bounds to the right. Now in volleyball, you can serve anywhere from the end line. So she may want to move a little left a little bit. It increases her range on the court.
Okay.
Emily right back in. Those were 3 quick rotations for Stacy in the back row.
Avery Castillo serving for the Knights.
Nice form by Debbie. Arms way out in front of her. Miscommunication. Coach Rutz talked a lot about that. And the Bears get a break. But I got to tell you, that's just not what we want to see out there when it comes to good volleyball.
I hear you. Okay, Miato with the miss hit for the Knights, and they.
Jen Liu coming in for Becky. They kind of have a good time coming in and out. It's like you shake hands, good luck, you know.
Good teamwork. I like it.
Play my position well kind of thing.
Liu with the serve.
Wow. She gets off a great one, but a nail by Kim. And a gimme to Katie Coster, who puts it away off Kim Bennett's arm.
As she should, and in that position there.
Yep, you noticed that we made a mistake earlier out there, the girls on East Brunswick's team, letting a gimme go, but they've put away the last 3.
Okay, Jen Liu serving again.
Help called by the setter. That's nice talk by Jen. A little better communication there, but you want to see an overhand hit on that one. Olbridge scrambling around. That's good talk. seems like the girls on East Brunswick, they don't even say it's out, but they raise their arms up to show it's out too. And senior setter Britt Eilhart coming in for Nadia Aldoshin. She did a pretty nice job, got a 4-1 lead, and here comes Britt in the front row, and she will be the setter, even though she's coming in the front row. Jen Liu back to serve. Oh boy, just out. But you can see no one even took a step on the Old Bridge team.
They're taking their chances, hoping it's out, and it was.
We beg it out on that one. You wish it out of bounds.
Diane Lee serving for the Knights.
Diane with a nice short serve, but passed up well. Debbie really going for it. Swings a little bit down, keeps the ball a little bit too much in front of her, but that was a nice set by Britt. Let's see what happens here. Diane again. And she goes right back outside. And nice up by Kim with a sprawling dig. Leads to an East Brunswick free ball. Let's see what happens. And they set middle. Dug up. Another free. Tara with a nice pass. Britt faces her target.
Ooh, beautiful.
Just out of bounds, but a nice choice. Nice choice.
Deborah Quo trying to, with the finesse touch there, and just missed.
Pretty nice try, though. We'd like to see that effort. Okay, she gets a replay in high school volleyball. You get one more shot at it. That's nice hustle, Tara. A little panic on that one, little panic. You do have 3 contacts. I'd suggest next time Tara just plays that nice and easy back to her girls and her teammates bump it over.
Okay, nice block by Miata.
All right, chance for Old Bridge to take an early lead. A lot of talk out there. Kim with a nice up.
Ooh.
Good aggressiveness by both girls at the net. I get a round of applause for that one. Nice job, both teams. That was a nice outside hit by Debbie and a great up again by Kim.
Okay, 4-4.
One of the better serves I've seen Britt have. Nice deep float serve. And it leads to a point.
Okay, Playas with the mishit there. And the Bears will take control. The Bears are up 5-4.
Real nice to see Britt with such a tough serve. That's real nice. And a nice pass by Diana. Emily with an overhand. All right, Bears get a break right there.
Ooh.
And she goes for it. All right, good try.
I'll tell you, you can't be mad at that.
No,
Katie Coster trying to go for it all.
Yep.
Just didn't get it this time.
And if you look over at the coaches, they're not disappointed at all with that. You have to be excited about the aggressiveness on your team.
Okay, Amanda Miata serving, a sophomore serving for the Knights.
She's a pretty aggressive sophomore, and that's an awesome serve.
Wow.
Old Bridge has a nice little cheer, too, on the aces.
Okay, 5-5. Miata will serve again.
Kim Bennett in the front row here. Let's see if she can get a block. And there she goes. And she gets a, oh, what an up by Tara.
Super.
Great block by Kim. East Brunswick covers. This is a big point right here. Outside to Emily. Into the net. That was a pretty good volley. I got to tell you, Kim Bennett with a nice penetration on that block. Blocked it right into the center of the court. Tara Swanson down nice and low, stabbing one-arm dive. Really great play. Little one-arm bandit there. Tough break there.
Well, you watch this game long enough and you start to appreciate defense more so than the offense.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and defense really fires up a team. I got to tell you, something happens to somebody when they make a great block and you just dig it up.
Okay, Blaise with the serve.
Great form on the set. Nice shot, just out of bounds, Tara. That's good offense, though.
And the Knights take the lead, 6-5 in the second round.
Tough serve. That's a great pass by Jen Liu. Tara with a little fancy schmancy there. Britt Eilhart covering her mouth saying, I don't know what that was, but it was enough for a side out.
Okay, we have this
Both teams making substitutions here. Stacy in for Emily and Becky in for Jen. So really now you have 7 starters.
Okay.
You have 2 girls playing one position.
I see.
Gets a lot more girls involved and improves the level of play.
Katie Coster serving for the Bears. Good serve.
Good break there,
I'll tell you.
Good break.
The Bears pick up a point to tie this game at 6-6.
And Katie's got a tough serve, and I think Old Bridge expects the ball to be in all the time, and they're really playing some close ones. That's a great serve. And they get a free ball out of it. Got to put this ball away here at 6-6.
Too
and
strong.
Just out. Good try. Good try by Shayna. At least she's going for it. It almost feels like the Bears can score points every time Katie goes back there to serve. It's a great serve by Lauren. Middle attempt, dug up by Diana. Kim makes a nice set. Dig by Britt, tough ball right here. Kim is big up there. And she's playing setter right now.
Oh, nice one.
And it's in, and it's in.
I'll tell you.
That was what we call the wish it out. The Bears really said out and kind of wished it out, but went the Knights' way with a nice play and a point on that.
Really, and the Knights go up a point, 7-6.
That's good talk. That's a tough play Debbie just made. And they get a free ball out of it. Britt comes up to the net. Katie Coster with an overpass on a free ball. And Kim Bennett and hammers it away.
And that's what you're talking about for Bennett. Yeah, what you expect more out of her
now
with the power kills.
Now I see her smiling. and it makes Coach Rutz get a timeout.
I'll tell you, 8-6, and Leanne Raymond's got to be pleased with the way her Knights are playing right now. But we'll take a look at Greg Rutz, and he's got to make some adjustments here.
We'll see what he does. I think the bottom line here is just slow down the tempo of the game, make a nice aggressive hit, keep the ball in play, and make sure Old Bridge has to work real hard to get their point. Don't hit a ball out of bounds unless you're really going for it and play smart. Now, Old Bridge, on the other hand, if I'm Old Bridge, I want to serve this ball nice and deep and then make sure Kim is blocking wherever the offensive player's hitting. So let's see what they do here. Another thing I've been thinking about if I'm Old Bridge here, I'm looking for East Brunswick to tip a ball. I'm looking for East Brunswick maybe to get a little bit nervous here and not go for it and tip it in. If they do, Old Bridge should pick it up. But let's see what the girls are made of here on EB.
Okay, here we go. Knight serving.
Big turning point could be in the game. And there's a roll shot that's picked up easy. Good opportunity for a point. And Kim Bennett fights it over on a tip.
I'll tell you, maybe Bennett knows what she's doing. We're talking about the power shots, and that's her second finesse shot of the of the evening there.
Yeah, and if she touches the ball, most of the time she's going to put it away.
9-6 Knights.
Good talk outside to Tara Swanson. And a great hit.
Okay,
so we'll see what happens now. Now is interesting. East Brunswick goes down 3 with Old Bridge scoring about 4 points in a row. So let's see how they come back. Shayna Burns, a good server. Kim Bennett still in the front row. One more rotation.
Ooh.
A little aggressive. Almost looked like Becky and Tara were in the net, but it looked like the ball hit the net.
I thought the Bears went over the net there.
If any part of the ball is in the plane, it's just as much East Brunswick's ball too, but that was close.
9-7 Knights.
Tough serve. All right, Amanda puts it up in play, and a tough overhand hit that bounces in front of Shayna Burns. Tough play. I think the Bears were looking for a pass over the net for a free ball, but the girl stood and did an overhand, and it caught the girls off guard.
Okay, Bennett serving for the Knights.
Which means she's in the back row. Overpass by Katie Coster gives Old Bridge a gimme, and just as the Bears put those balls away, Old Bridge is putting that ball away now.
Okay, 10-7 lead by the Knights.
Another overpass. That's a tough play. Tough play by Amanda. I think that she thought the ball was a little closer to the net than it was. She's a tall girl, very athletic, only a sophomore. Amanda Miato out there setting for Old Bridge Knights.
Okay, Tara Swanson for the Bears.
keeps this one in, and it's a good one. Miscommunication for the Knights and a free ball for the Bears. Oh, and they give a free ball right back. Tight set. Nice pickup by Britt. Good talk by Shayna Burns on a back row attack. Free ball coming. Katie Coster pass, Britt Eilhart set. Overhand by Debbie Quo and a dig by Kim Bennett. Ooh, tough play. Nice set. And a tip for a kill.
I tell you, Deborah Quo.
With a real nice hit. When she really approaches from the outside of the court into the court, she gets a good look at that block. And if she keeps her elbow high, that tip is open quite a bit.
Okay, Tara Swanson serving. The Bears trying to pick up some points here. They trail by 2, 8-10.
After missing 2, Tara keeps 2 in. Oh, Britt, little tricky, but Kim Bennett's there. And a tight set, Becky makes the play, but they dig it up. And a free ball coming to East Brunswick for a chance to pull within 1. Let's see what they do. They set middle. And Old Bridge makes a dig again. Out of bounds. Good break for the Bears, but Old Bridge playing some real nice defense there.
I'll tell you, they really are. Several beautiful digs there. But nevertheless, the Bears pick up a point. They trail by 1 right now, 9-10.
And Luane, seeing the Bears creeping back, forces her to take a timeout. And you can see the body language on Old Bridge. We're on East Brunswick right now. They look pretty excited, but the body language on Old Bridge is looking a little questionable. Here's we pan over to there.
They were up by 3 points there, and
yep.
Leanne Raymond had to be pleased a few minutes ago. Right now, she's not so sure. Again, Leanne has been there 8 years, so she's seen everything.
And she sees this body language out there. You see a lot of girls with the hands on the hips. Not too much talking going on in there. You got a couple girls off getting a drink. You'd like to see all of them really focused in on their game. They're only 5 points away from taking to the game 3. And if I'm Old Bridge, I want to beat East Brunswick. I mean, that's bottom line.
I hear you. Well, I guess it's who wants it the most at this juncture here.
Yeah, and it's a senior night for EB here. Well, late game, Old Bridge. I'd like to see a little fire there. Let's see what they do now. Let's see what they do.
Swanson serving for the Bears.
Tough deep serve. Kim Bennett with an overpass, and Becky hopped into the net. All right, tough play right there, but at least we had one person going for that, and she called for it. Just didn't make the play physically, but she was doing everything right mentally and technically. So.
Okay, Kim Aponte, the junior, serving for the Old Bridge Knights, who want to try to pull away from the Bears right here. Let's see.
A foot fault called by up-ref Joe Cuddy.
Wow, that's a rough one. That's a tough one.
A lot of times that'll happen. The girls will be so concentrating on their hand contact that sometimes when you're in a away gym, you just forget where you are. Becky with a nice serve. Kim with a nice pass. And Emily from outside with a tip. That should be 4 contacts.
Yeah,
Make it 5.
Well, the 2 Bears appeared to hit it at the same time, so that's, yeah.
If they touch it simultaneously, it counts as 1 contact.
Okay.
But if it's at all staggered, then it counts as 2. And the reason why it took so long for the whistle to blow, because it's really not a violation until it goes more than 3.
Okay.
So the ball could be up in the air, and until somebody hits it again, it's not a violation. But Old Bridge back again, moving through this rotation here.
Diane Lee with the serve, and a good one.
Great serve. Great serve. And you see East Brunswick setting up here, leaving a big hole about where the 3-point line is, the top of the key. Coach Rutt's asking the girls to move up a little bit.
Okay, 11-9, the Knights.
Shayna Burns with a nice pass. Britt with a nice set. And that's a great hit, and the Old Bridge Knights find the net. Debbie Quo really getting a hold of that. But in the back row there was Kim Bennett actually getting that ball up.
I'll tell you.
And this is important. The reason is Kim Bennett's in the back row. Next side out, she's in the front row. So Britt goes back to serve. And Kim's in the back row. So if they could score some points here, they got an advantage and a free ball coming to them. And they set outside. Ooh. And it's an out-of-bounds hit. So here comes Kim back to the front row, I think. Yes, here she comes.
And that's danger, no doubt about it.
Well, when she went to the back row, they were up 3, and now she's in the front row, and they're up 2. So not that much of a deficit. Shayna Burns hammers the ball cross court. The Burns girl. Oh, my God.
I'll tell you, you got Shayna with a big hit there. Of course, Shayna has a sister that plays on this team
Dallas
as well.
sitting
Dallas
on the bench,
Burns,
yep.
really.
And she's cheering hard for her sister. Good to see. Little grin from her on that hit. Seems like Shayna knocked the air out of the ball on that one. They got to get a new
They
ball.
had to switch balls there.
Maybe Shayna didn't know you're not allowed to hit the ball that hard.
Okay, Jin Lu with the serve. I take that back. That's Deborah Quell.
Debbie gets a free ball out of it. Ooh, and a big error by Oldbridge. That's not something you want to see right now. You'd rather put it over to the Bears side, let them make an attempt at transition, and see what you can come up with. You don't want to give anything away right now.
Bears looking to make their move. They trail by 1, 10-11.
Trying to find Kim, but they can't quite get it outside to her enough, and they get a free ball. Britt, back row attack, but stays under the height of the net. Emily from outside fights it over, and it finds the court.
I'll tell you.
That's a nice, smart play by Emily. See, you don't want to do too much. Keep it in, make the other team make a play, and the Bears couldn't get up with a play on that one.
Okay, Blaze, who just got the point, will do the serving.
Britt with a nice set to Tara. Off hands, high hands on that one, and gets a free ball out of it. Cross-court hit coming. Nice up by Jen Lu. Nice long point here. Oh, that's a nice set. Nice dig. Good communication there. And they run a back set.
I'll tell you.
It's a little off the net, so Shayna's got to put it over for a free ball. Can Oldbridge take advantage of the free ball? Yes, they can, and they find the back corner with a sprawling out Jen Lu to go up 2 now, 12-10.
And I'll tell you, just a nice touch there by Lauren Zinsorski.
Lauren's the same one that went for the overhand last time and missed. This time she gets a kill.
Reyes with the serve. Ooh.
Katie Coster, server seeding and struggling. In the last 5 points, she put 1 over the net and 1 under the net. So
a little lack of concentration right there. Blaise once again with the serve.
Debbie Quote, good form all the time. Tara Swanson from the outside. She finds the court, and it seems like the best shot so far going deep.
Okay, we have a game here.
We sure do.
Katie Costa will serve for the Bears. The Bears down 10-13 at this juncture here.
And we have our 2 substitutions here, offense for defense. Stacy for Emily and Becky for Jen. And Katie Costa going back to serve. Let's see what she could do. Let's see how she feels after that missed pass. Let's see if she could focus and make a tough serve. And she can. And she does.
I'll tell you, super serve by Costa. And the Bears pick up a point. They trail by 2, 11-13.
That's what you love about this team. Katie makes a bad pass. They slap 5. She goes right back, serves an ace. Miss hit short, but that could be trouble. And that is trouble.
Bears pick up another point.
Yep.
12-13, and momentum moving to the Bears right now.
If I'm Luane here, I'm calling a timeout or making a substitution. I'm doing something right here.
She's holding on right now.
Looks like she's going to save one. She must feel something. And she's right. Oh, but she gets a break, and they get a break.
I'll tell you.
But I gotta also say that Oldbridge probably deserved that. That ball was clearly out of bounds, but gets played by the Oldbridge team. I don't think East Brunswick realized that they were going to play it and got stunned by it.
Okay.
But here we go, 2 points away.
Knight serving 13-12.
Lauren with a nice serve. Great pass by Shayna, who sets middle to Becky.
Ooh.
Oh, what a play.
I'll tell you, Bennett coming up big when she needed to in the match game point right here.
And a timeout called by Coach Rutz. Nice play by Oldbridge right there. And they have the serve and game point. And let's take a look at what Coach Rutz is doing right now.
What do you think he's saying, Scott?
Well, I think he's really talking about communication. If you're going to go down in a game, and it seems like they have some good spirit over there, you want to go down playing smart. And he's touching his finger to his forehead saying, play smart, communicate. There's nothing wrong with losing a volleyball game, doing the right thing, and I think that's it looks like what Coach is talking about. He doesn't seem down with his girls at all. He seems like he just wants them to play smart right here. Let's see how it goes.
The crowd's into the game, and Oldbridge is fired up right now. And
Lauren with a chance to serve it out. Katie with a nice pass. It goes outside to Tara. Oh, that's a tough play. That's a tough play.
Ah.
And a missed pass by
I'll tell
Debbie
you,
Quo.
I think Bennett intimidated.
Yep.
She wasn't able to get to the ball, but you had to look at her as she went up, and the Knights were able to get the point, and we have a 1-1 game right now, and so we'll have to go to the third and final.
And it seems pretty even with the Bears winning 15-11 and Old Bridge winning 15-12.
I'll tell you. Well, the last time they played, these teams went to the third game the third match in order to determine who was going to be the winner. And fortunately, the Bears were able to win that one. We'll see what happens here.
And what it seems like we just did is Debbie Quo won the toss, and instead of choosing to serve, she chose which side she wants to play on. And it's kind of funny thing in volleyball. The Bears won when they were on our right, and Old Bridge won when they were on our right. So East Brunswick gets the win in the toss, and they choose to play that
Right.
side.
So it's
It doesn't really mean much. You have no sun in here. All the lights work, but
Right.
it's this kooky thing about which side is better. But now Old Bridge will serve to start the game, and if they could jump out to a 2 or 3 point lead right off the bat, that serve and side thing really means nothing.
okay. We got a good one here at East Brunswick High School. The Old Bridge Knights and the East Brunswick Bears tied up at 1-1.
I'd like to see a real clean played game here with not too many unforced errors, not too many overpasses. I'd like to see a team play well to win right now. I don't want to see a team go down and not playing their best game. Especially in this gym. You got Kim in her last year. You got 7 seniors on the girls of East Brunswick. So actually we have 6 seniors on Old Bridge's team. So this is the last time a lot of these girls are going to be playing volleyball in this gym after 4 years of doing it. You want to see that last game in this gym to be a good one.
I hear. Scott, are they giving scholarships for volleyball?
They do. It's pretty hard. Girls Division I gives most of the scholarships, and the level of play is a Lauren Cacciamani, somebody that ends up being a Rookie of the Year at Penn State. I mean, the level of play is just so high. Mara, in fact, came, I think, from Indiana for volleyball, the coach of the JV team of East Brunswick. So we don't have too many girls right now in these programs in the area coming into Division I volleyball. However, Division III, we have a lot of girls that are walking on teams and getting involved. From last year's team, all 3 girls are playing sports in college. 2 plays softball and 1 plays volleyball, just not at the Division I level. But volleyball is a lifetime sport, and it's a lot out there. So
well, it's amazing how it's caught on. We saw the Olympics and of course the summer beach volleyball. And,
yeah, very exciting.
A lot of people are getting into it.
Old Bridge seems pretty excited in their little huddle to our left. You see the girls on the court already for East Brunswick. Here comes Old Bridge.
Well, if you're Old Bridge, you got to believe the momentum is on your side here.
Certainly,
and,
certainly.
Got to hope that it keeps rolling.
And you see where Old Bridge lines up, where Kim is in the front row in position 4 is what we call it.
Okay.
The outside left position. That means that she'll be in the front row for all 3 rotations. So good move by Luane, the coach of the Old Bridge girls, to have her in the front row to start off the game, which also puts one of their better servers back there to start the game in Amanda. So we'll see what happens right now. All right, here we go, game 3.
Okay,
Senior night.
Miata with the serve.
Nice serve, nice pass, off to a pretty good start. But here comes a free ball. And a free ball right back. Nice hit, nice block, and they can't pick it up. That was a real nice hit by Debbie Quo and a great double block by Emily and Kim, but I think Old Bridge was mesmerized. No one knew who was going to get it.
Okay, when you talked about a clean game here, you're talking about setting up and getting the point the way you're supposed to.
Kim really going for an outside, yep. Little low set for her. She's a very tall girl with a nice high arm swing. She needs that set just a bit higher.
Okay.
It all starts with a pass.
Bears lead 1-0. Quo will serve again.
Good form by Debbie, and they get a free ball out of it. The setter makes the dig, which means we get an outside attempt by Tara, who finds cross court on a nice standing overhand. Elbow nice and high by Tara Swanson, senior captain out there.
And if you're Coach Greg Rutz, you got to be pleased that your team has come out and scored the first couple points.
And not only that, you'd never know by that body language that they just lost a game. They seem pretty excited. Short serve seems like a mishit, but Kim plays it, and Amanda tries to track it down but can't, and Debbie Kuo gets another point out there. 3-0 right now. All smiles, Debbie Kuo, all smiles. Good hand contact there. Kim with a roll shot, picked up. Nadia Aldashine back in the game to set. Sets Shane on a back set, who finds the net.
Just sort of a missed jump there.
But we do not have Britt in the game right now. We have Nadia in the game setting for the Bears, junior.
Blaise with the missed serve.
And Emily comes out for Old Bridge. Stacy comes in. Same thing with the Bears, except this time we have Jen Liu switching with Katie Koster. Coach Rutz mixing it up a little bit. It used to be Jen Liu for Becky. Now it's Jen Liu for Katie.
Hop with the serve for the Bears.
Becky, whose serving has improved tremendously. Tough serve short. A gimme for Tara, who puts it down, but Doug, Kim in the middle. And that's a big point for Old Bridge right there. East Brunswick had a swing on Tara Swanson for a point. Who's number 27 out there? Oh, that was Stacy Swider, who just came in actually for Emily. And she ends up picking up a great dig to earn a side out. Good communication by the Bears on a tough serve. Dug again by Stacy Swider. Good talk, and Becky does what we call see it out of bounds. She doesn't call it and stand there. She tracks the ball with her body and follows it out of bounds. You never want to give up on a ball.
Okay.
Nice play there.
Okay, Shannon Burns serving for the Bears.
Tough serve. Amanda makes a nice save, and they actually get a hit out of it. Katie in the middle.
Oh, a miss hit.
A little misjudgment there. Ooh, and a little warning to the girls of East Brunswick, who pounded the ball under the net and hit Kim Bennett in the leg. Kim gives a little stare, but I don't think it's anything more than that. Innocent frustration there by the Lady Bears.
No harm, no foul there.
That's right.
Okay, Kim Bennett will be serving, so therefore she won't be on the front line.
That's true, you got it.
Advantage for the Bears.
Yes, it is. You're exactly right. Wow. Becky does everything she can to dig that up. Nice set by Avery outside to Amanda. And a dig by Debbie Kuo, who sets outside to Tara. And another dig by Stacy. Pretty good point right here. A little miscommunication there with Becky and Debbie going for it. And Amanda gets a kill to put Old Bridge on the board with Kim Bennett back to make another tough serve.
Okay. Old Bridge trailing by 2. Bears leading 3-1.
Tough rotation for the Bears. Nadia Aldashine, the setter, has to run completely across the length of the court to make a set. She does it. She faces her target, but she goes over with it, and the Knights are ready. Off hands and finds the middle of the court. So Old Bridge doing a nice job right here with some tough serving, some nice passes to the setter, and some nice overhand attacking.
I'll tell you, Stacy Swider, the sophomore for Old Bridge, since she has come in, has done a nice job.
Yep, it all started with that dig on Tara's hit. Oh boy. All right, well, my coach in high school used to tell me, the first serve, you serve it in. The second serve, you get a little bit more aggressive. And the third serve, you just haul on it.
That missed serve by Bennett gives the Bears the control of the ball again, and Swanson will serve. Bears leading 3-2.
Interesting substitution for the Bears there. Britt comes in to set, and Nadia comes out. Nice up by Tara, hitting the ground. Good control by Old Bridge. We're going to get a good attack here. And a block by Katie, but it's off her hands and out of bounds for a kill for Amanda Miato for the Old Bridge Knights. And Stacy, after making about 5 or 6 digs while she was in the back row, comes out of the game. She did a really nice job. Actually got Old Bridge off to a good start when she dug that ball that Tara hit.
Okay, Avery Castillo serving for the Knights.
Good job facing your target, Britt. Oh, what an up by Kim Bennett. I know we
good.
got that on TV. And we go right back at her. And Debbie tries to go with her left hand and makes a tough contact. But I got to say, that's a really nice up by Kim. And I'd like to watch that again on our replay.
I hear
Just kidding.
3-3. 3-3 the Bear. 3-3. Okay, missed serve by Castillo.
And Kim Bennett, if you notice, holding her right side. I think she landed on that hip. Finds the net. Let's see what Kim does here. She seems, she rubs it a little bit,
Yeah,
but she seems to be all right.
Yeah.
Jen, I'm sorry, Phil.
Okay, that's okay. Diana Lee getting ready to serve for the Knights. 3-3 at this juncture, and a real competitive game.
Get a replay on that. Jen Liu with a nice pass. Britt goes over with it, and Avery's there. Emily comes into set, and Amanda goes with a nice block, but a pickup. Woo! Good communication by the Bears, and Becky gets a nice block on that play.
I'll tell you, death block.
All right, I have a feeling one of these teams is going to jump out to a 3 or 4 point lead, and we'll see who does it. Free ball coming. Nice up. A lot of scrambling around right now by both teams. Nice up. Good talk by Britt. This is a nice long point.
Ooh,
nice
good.
up by Jen Liu. That's much better ball control by Britt on that one, right to the middle of the court. And there's miscommunication to end a really, really well-played point by both teams.
You're right. Blais and Lauren Zinsorski had a little miscommunication there, and it cost the Knights. The Bears are up 4-3.
Tough serve. Free ball. And Britt goes right back to Shayna, who hits a hard cross court, but dug by Diana Lee. And out of bounds by Emily.
Too strong by Blais, and Bears go up 5-3. You may be prophetic. He said you felt one of the teams was going to put together a 2 to 3 point spread. We'll see.
Free ball coming for the Bears. Tara takes a nice overhand, who pushes it outside. Ooh. And a miss hit by Debbie. I really would like to see Debbie really thinking about that cross-court corner, but a nice break for Old Bridge as they make a substitution. Number 25, Kim Adeponte, coming in for number 22, Avery Castillo. Sorry, Avery. And Amanda Miata back to serve.
Okay.
Nice talk by Shayna with a nice pass. Middle attack for Becky Haupt, and here we go, outside. Or middle for Kim, and she puts it away.
That was almost like a changeup, a palm ball there.
Yeah, almost got a little sticky on that hit, but.
5-4, the Bears.
Oh, they called it out, but Jen played it. That was maybe in, too. Nice hit by Shayna, but oh, that's a way to be there for Britt, because Kim goes up nice and high. Miscommunication, but Tara comes in very aggressively. All right, 50-50 ball.
Oh,
and the Bears win it. I call it a 50-50 ball when it's clearly on top of the net, and it's really either number 24, Becky, or Kim Bennett. And Becky got the best of Kim on that one.
Rebecca Haupt with a super block right there.
5-4, close game.
Quo serving.
Nice pass. Kim Bennett from outside.
Ooh.
Hammers the ball down. Jen Liu almost there, but just too much heat from Kim.
And that's what we were expecting more from Bennett. And every now and then she comes up with one.
Yep.
Okay, Blais serving for the Knights.
Nice pass. They run middle to Becky. He gets right back at Kim. Seems they had a nice one-on-one confrontation going there between Becky and Kim, and each of them getting the best of each other a couple times.
Rebecca coming back at this juncture.
She says, I'm a senior, I've been here for 4 years, and I want to win on my senior night.
Okay, and Haupt will do the serving there.
More offense-defense substitutions coming here for East Brunswick and Old Bridge. And you get the Bears crowd getting into it with a little clapping.
Okay, Bears are up 5-4.
Probably going to go to Kim here. Oop, can't get a good pass out of it. And a free ball coming, but the Knights can't get it over, and they actually just give one away right there.
I'll tell you, as the Bears take a point, to take a 6-4 lead. Hop once again with the serve.
Short serve, good talk. Gonna set middle here. Nope, we set right to Lauren, and it falls in. Tough play for Becky, coming right at her head. She didn't know if she should play it with her hands over her head or she should let it go, and it bounced right inside the line. And a good side out here, Lauren. Back to serve, Kim Bennett still in the front row. Tough serve. Shayna with a real nice pass off her side. Tara into the net. Tara Swanson finds the net, but she's a go-getter. Right back to her position, ready.
Okay,
And Lauren gets a quick point on that.
Okay, Jinsorski again with the serve.
Nice talk, nice serve.
Good
Nice block,
by
Kim Bennett.
I'll tell you, big-time players coming up big here. And we're tied up 6-6, and the Knights can make a move right here.
Well, we went from 3-3 to 6-6. We'll see what happens in the future. Tough serve. Shayna Burns with a nice pass again. Ooh, little uncomfortable hit for Katie on that one.
And the Knights do take the lead, 7-6.
All seniors out there for the Bears, playing with a lot of pride here.
Somebody's got to come up with the stopper here.
Kim with a nice dig. We go right back to Kim.
Net?
Ooh, I'm sorry.
That's right. That's net ball, I believe.
Net on Katie Coster, and Kim actually gets another kill.
Wow.
And which means that we just got 4 points in a row scored by the Old Bridge Knights. And Coach Rutz calls a timeout. Seems to want to settle down his girls here. We got a bunch of girls looking straight at him. Pretty good concentration in that huddle right now.
Well, he's an intense guy. Witnessed practice yesterday, and he was talking about that lack of communication. He had them working hard, and he wants to make sure they get out of this tailspin that they've been in.
Well, it was a good time for a timeout, but the Old Bridge girls are real loud. And in fact, I just saw the coach kind of covering her ears when they came out of that huddle. They're pretty fired up. The Bears use the first timeout in this third game.
Okay, Miato with the serve.
Nice serve out of the timeout and a nice pass. Back set to Shayna, and she makes a kill on it. That's a pretty good play. Shayna makes the pass. Britt back set. Shayna puts it away.
And Dave Ambrosia, our on-site technician here, coming up with the big catch. Maybe we should put him out there.
Nice job. Nice job. Tough serve. Outside to Kim, who stays down and makes an overhand hit. Perfect pass by Shayna. Outside to Tara, who makes a tip,
nice.
but it lands just out of bounds.
Wow, I thought it was in.
Very, very close. Both the line judge and the down referee called it out. No argument from the Bears. We all listen to the referees, and we have a side out for Old Bridge. Kim Bennett back to serve at 6-8.
Really?
Katie Coster and Tara Swanson, your two hitters in this rotation. Probably going outside here, and it does. And another miss hit by the Bears. They got to just really concentrate, start making some good hand contact.
Okay, Old Bridge Knights are up 9-6. Bennett serving.
Good communication on that. Britt fights it over with a pass. Good opportunity for them to get to double digits. And they do, off the basketball hoop, which is in play.
That's right.
Anything above you, you can play unless it's the third contact.
Okay.
And we have a double-digit score, up 4 for Old Bridge.
Knights on a roll, and the Bears have got to come up with the stopper right here.
Redo for Kim. Didn't like that toss. She'll toss it up again. Wow. Shayna controlled well. Britt puts it into the court, and Becky can't hit it over, and that's an easy giveaway back there. Let's see what Coach wants to do here. he's going to take another timeout or make a substitution. Kim making some good hand contact on that serve, and the pressure's on here.
Okay, 11-6. Bennett serves.
Nice serve, nice pass. Oh, that's bad communication right there. Bears looking a little bit scared out there. And a 50-50 ball. And it's won by Katie Costa.
I'll tell you, Katie Costa coming up with a big one there, almost over the net.
Yep.
What the Bears wanted was control of this ball to see if they can get something going their way. They have it right now.
All right, free ball for the Bears. This should be a nice point attempt right here. And they set outside. Tough tip. Kim Bennett digs it up. And another free ball. Bad miscommunication there by the Bears.
And I tell you, if you're Coach Rutz,
yep.
I said you got to be scratching your head on cue. He scratched his head.
You got that.
He talked about it, lack of communication. We just saw it right there.
Yep. You saw two girls going for the ball, and it's tough. Here we go, Avery back to serve with the Bears down 5. And a tough serve. Tower makes a real nice pass. Britt pushes it outside, overhand tip by Debbie, but dug up, and a free ball coming. This time we do communicate, and Britt has to fight it over because it's too tough a pass. And an outside attempt, and a great up by by Debbie Quo. All right, let's see if they can settle down now. And they do. Nice scrappy play by both teams, and then the Bears finally put together a good pass and a good set.
Okay, and you hear the fans back there getting into this game right here, trying to push the Bears on.
Interesting call here. You got Jen Liu going in for Katie Costa. I guess he's real comfortable right now with Jen's aggressive serving. Let's see what happens. You got Avery coming up to set, 3 hitters. And she gets a good one off. And a tough pass. And a free ball out of it. Looks like both teams are getting a little nervous here. They should relax and just play like it's 0-0. Nice pass. And a back row to Shayna Burns, who puts it away for a kill. Just finds the line.
I'll tell you, Shayna Burns with a nice shot right there.
You get that feeling, Phil, that these girls know the game's almost over.
That's
and they're getting a little nervous, and that's when you start making those mental mistakes.
Well, they picked up a point there as Jen Liu gets ready to serve for the Bears. Okay.
And you got a tough pass on that, which gets a point and pulls the Bears within 2, and Luann, or is it within 3?
Leanne Raymond wants timeout. She's seen enough there.
And it is. It's 8 for the Bears, 11 for the Knights. We played a 15, win by 2 in this 3rd deciding game, and it seems like the tables have turned right now.
And if you're looking at Raymond right now, Leanne Raymond and her team, and she probably needs this victory to qualify for the States if they still use the 500 mark.
And they do.
Okay, so she certainly needs this victory a lot more than the Bears do.
You're right
now. So she's probably pressing them, saying we're not supposed to be here at this point in time. Let's take it.
Good point, and a great opportunity for the Old Bridge program.
Really. Okay, they're up 11-3, and the Bears are serving.
And an out-of-bounds serve after a timeout. Tough miss right there
I'll
for
tell
Jen.
You, the adrenaline's flowing, and that's the kind of thing that can happen.
Now they got to settle down. Good serve here by Diana. And a nice pass. Middle attempt. And a lift called. You heard Coach Rutz yelling, carry, carry. What happened was that tip was over the middle blocker, and the off blocker went to play it with one hand and cupped it, and once it comes to a rest, it's called a lift.
High heart serving, and a chance for the Bears to get on the move. They trail by 3. Ooh.
You're going to get that ball.
Oh!
That's it, Jen Liu not giving up on it. And another attempt. And she puts it away. But that's great hustle by the Bears, tracking that ball off the ceiling.
I'll tell you, give Emily Bleas credit, though, for the Knights. She comes up with a big kill there.
That's great play by Emily. And I noticed that when East Brunswick made that diving play, Old Bridge didn't panic. They just relaxed, made a nice pass, and just made a nice hit right back at the Bears.
Okay, Miata serving for the Knights.
Good talk, but we do play it. And Becky gives him a free ball. Old Bridge looking to go up 4. And in. And they do go up 4.
Wow.
So
Right on the line there.
yep, it starts with a miscommunication on that serve receive, which leads to a free ball for Old Bridge, and they put it away. Up 4 now, 12-8.
Miata serving again.
Miscommunication again, but the Bears get lucky. Let's see what they do here. All right, they just put it back over, and it doesn't seem like the Old Bridge girls are ready. Somehow they get that ball over. And a free ball right back. Getting a little hesitant out there. And a 50-50 ball.
Oh!
That's one again
Rebecca.
by Becky.
I tell you. Rebecca Hopp once again going right up against Bennett there. And once again, Rebecca comes away with the advantage.
All right, now this is very interesting because the Bears are making their run with Old Bridge best offensive line right here.
Okay, Quo once again with the serve.
All right, going outside and probably coming cross court.
Ooh.
And it's a nice hit and down for
I'll
Kim
tell you,
Bennett.
when in doubt, go to your power.
Well, you can get that set nice and high and in front of her, and she can get a good approach. It's a pretty good attack for Kim. But the Bears don't seem rattled, down 3.
Way serving for the Knights.
A gimme for Kim,
Ooh.
and she puts it away. Overpass leads to a point, and Old Bridge is within 2, and Coach Retz calls a timeout. And Coach clapping his hands a little bit, but girls getting a little bit confused look on their face right now.
Okay, 13-9. The Old Bridge Knights lead, 2 points away from taking this match.
Pretty interesting right now because when you finish up a game here, you want to finish up playing real hard and playing real solid. And if you play hesitant, you will not play solid. You have to play the same way you played at 0-0, which is really why practice means so much. You got to play in practice like you're playing the game. So big test here for the Bears. Old Bridge fighting to get into the state tournament. Senior night, and this is a big game right here.
Okay.
Big serve in here for Emily. Good talk right there. Nice high set. Tara with a hit and out of bounds. So Old Bridge looking at game point right there with a lot of time to do it.
Okay, Emily Playhouse will try to serve for the winner here.
Good talk by Jen. A back set to Shayna. And a dig and a chance for a point. And we go deep. Overhand pass and a free ball. So Old Bridge, free ball for the game. Who are you going to set? Oh, wow, what an
nice
up.
dig.
But not enough.
I'll tell you.
And Kim Bennett gets it on an overpass on a great dig by Debbie Quo. And Old Bridge gets a win off East Brunswick in the gym, away, on senior night. One of the first wins on the road against East Brunswick. And real happy for the Old Bridge girls. Got a feel for the East Brunswick girls on their senior night, but Old Bridge earned it tonight. They played a real solid game. And Kim put it away at the end with that overpass, even though we made a great dig by Debbie Quo, and a pretty solid finish.
Okay, and I tell you, the Bears, as you said, did play a spirited game. Old Bridge just seemed to want it a little bit more. They, after losing the first set, 15-11, they came back to win the second 15-12 and took the third 15-9. So the Old Bridge Knights winning here at East Brunswick. For my partner here, Scott Arnauer,
that's all right. Always a pleasure, anytime.
We're pleased to have the vice principal from Cherry Hill here. And for all at East Brunswick, we say tune in next time.